Hey, this is Dawn Shireen, and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, The Delusion is Vast. So, it's been about a month since the last show, and a lot actually has been going on, and I am very excited and very nervous and very ready for everything that's going on. And I told you all that I didn't want to have a show that was just basically all negative, um, and not being able to talk about anything good, because this stalking that's gone on here has been so overwhelming to me that I just didn't I just didn't want to pretty much anything actually. Leaving the house was getting harder and harder to do without being confronted or watched or intimidated or any of that stuff. And I'm going to be honest, I was kind of on a real shutdown there for a while. I mean, I wasn't going to do anything untoward to myself, but I actually really wasn't doing anything to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And as far as like eating and stuff like that, I mean, not leaving my house, you know, but once every 12 days to go get potatoes and vegetables and then just hurry on back so nothing happened was really not good. I have actually lost a significant amount of weight, and now that I'm actually back caring about my future, which I'll get to in a minute. I mean, I'm noticing all these things that I have let go. There's things that just weren't happening because I wasn't leaving the house and I just didn't care. I wasn't going to see anybody. I wasn't talking to anybody. I wasn't interacting with people. And that hermit like recluse type situation kind of overtakes kind of quick, right? And well, I don't know, if you don't know, you don't know, but if you know, you know. And I hate to say it, but it's kind of, I mean, because it's kind of like it, but it's nothing like it. Like the whole Gene Hackman thing where they just passed away and nobody knew for a while because that's the lifestyle that they had, made for themselves, that they just didn't interact with people. They were very reclusive. They didn't have people around. She was going out and taking care of stuff because he could not. But when she disappeared, it took a minute for people to realize that they had not been seen. I mean, and it's sad and it's scary, but it happens, and I actually understand how that could happen so happily. Wow, so quickly. Nobody really checks on me here. The only reason that they come here is to bother me, is to get money. And like, since I went crazy over the surveillance on Valentine's Day, with that sign that was put up so beautifully on Valentine's Day to let me know that they're still watching me, I super shut down after that. And I easily could have passed away in here and nobody would have known for a month, or whatever. I mean, they say they're surveilling me, but it's intimidation. But I literally could have died here, passed away, and it would have been weeks before anybody put two and two together. And because it's so cold in here and all that good stuff, I mean, I hate to say it, but this is a place where somebody could die for months and months and months and not have anybody pick up on it if they don't have people around them. Which I do online and stuff. So like, and I have people that like catch my fall. So like, had I, I have stopgaps for shit like that now because I've learned and I've grown and I want to live, and my life has value and importance and meaning. And people, I've actually got to that point in my life where I have forgiven my past. I have come clean with my past, and people from my past that I know I desperately hurt with my past actions are actually coming back into my life now because they see I'm not who I was. Okay. And that's a beautiful thing. My landlords never knew me from anything but what I was when I came here. So it's kind of weird, whatever they're judging, whatever they think they got on me or know about me or whatever, but it's coming to a real quick end. So I told y'all I wasn't going to keep on, and I've got this term from a different place, but sad fishing. Okay. Like, oh, woe is me, my life is blah, blah, blah. And it really did suck there for a while. And I'm not saying it's still not a little apprehensive at the time. Because stalking is a weird crime. And people go heavy, heavy, heavy for a while, and then they just back off because they're not triggered, right? And then they go heavy, heavy, heavy again. So right now, plus we have a lot of snow in Flagstaff actually right now. But I mean, since Valentine's Day, we kind of been in a lull with this whole stalking thing. So I'm not sure that my actually outing him as the predator he is to everybody listening within earshot that day, when I pretty much let the neighborhood know that, yeah, we got a convicted predator right here on this property. And things have kind of stopped, which is interesting. Had I known that, I would still be leaving. But I would have outed him to the neighborhood a whole lot sooner had I actually known what his last name was and people hadn't lied to me and tried to be complicit and all that happy shit. But anyway, that's my pass. I'm still here in Flagstaff. I'm still at the same address. However, I can't get to my calendar now because I'll lose this, but in 28 days, I will be in South Dakota. I am moving. I am not breaking my lease. I am not doing anything the wrong way. Everything in God's great divine wisdom actually worked out. It actually worked out where I'm not breaking a lease. I'm not breaking a contract. I'm not doing anything wrong. And I am getting to leave on my own free will and volition and all that. And I am moving to South Dakota to work as a hostess, housekeeper at a resort in Rapid City, South Dakota. So I am excited, beyond excited. It's been 14 years since I moved to Flagstaff. No. It's been 14 years since I moved to Arizona. And it was supposed to be like a 6-month trip in order for me to get away from a really, really bad situation that was going on in Connecticut. And here I am 14 years later, escaping Arizona on my own free will and volition and going someplace I want to go and am welcome to go and I'm looking forward to being at. It's so different than how this whole Arizona thing came into play, with me basically fleeing the state of Connecticut due to a bad felon dude, winding up in the desert, living off grid for 6 months, and then coming into Lakeside, where the hell of my life in Arizona began. And I don't even want to get into it because it's just such a excuse me, it's just so convoluted how like bad shit in Lakeside followed me. Well, there was a lot of meth, there was a lot of drugs. I wasn't always a good girl here. Being clean has definitely helped the situation. And but I mean, that's Arizona. You come here from nowhere and all of a sudden you fall into a bad crowd, and the next thing you know, man, you're just fucked. Like, you're in the deepest pit of all pits. I mean, somehow I still, knock on wood, have managed to remain arrest free. There's a couple things on public records here regarding ROs and stuff like that for me. But by the grace of God, I have made it out of Arizona without anything on my record. And it's amazing. It's amazing, and I'm grateful. Am I going to miss Arizona? No, nope, not even a little bit. This last little foray here of living someplace where I know that people hated me, despised me, and wanted me gone, and did everything in their power to get me to leave in the wrong way, has just sealed my thoughts that Arizona has just been nothing but a harsh lesson for me. And I am so glad it's ending, and I get to start fresh and new and clean. And I mean, I'm not going to lie. My story is my story. I mean, I'm not going to become somebody other than Dawn Shireen when I go to South Dakota. I mean, that's just not who I am. But it's going to be nice to be able to watch the stars at night again. Gosh, I mean, I moved here, I got a telescope and all that. Not one night have I been able to go out and actually enjoy that, because I don't know if the stalker's going to pop over the fence or come out from behind a car or whatever and hurt me. So I've never had that freedom here of being able to live, right? I mean, was it different than Hope Cottage? Of course it is. Hope Cottage was a full-out cult. This was like mini manipulation camp. And, the fact that my landlord was military and then just absolutely like shit on me when it came to loyalty, that really hurt. The fact he took a stalker over a loyal, really good person who has nothing on their record really hurt. Has my perception of people changed since I've lived here? Absolutely, 100%. I will never go into a relationship thinking somebody is good just because of certain elements. In this case, being over the age of 80 and having military experience. No, I will never just give anybody that again and be like, oh, you're good. No. So they kind of ruined that for me, I say that now, but I'm always going to have a wariness around me now when people tell me things. I'm always going to not believe them because why would I? It's always going to be prove it. Although I'm never going to be that bold and be like, yeah, you got to prove yourself to me because I have learned that people are not trustworthy. But it's always going to be in the back of my head, and I think that's like how most normal people are nowadays. Like, you just can't go into something and jump in and be like, okay, yeah, I trust the situation 100%. No. Am I wary of the South Dakota situation? A tad bit, yeah, a little bit. Getting scammed is easy nowadays. It's like it's not unusual, right? Have I put up some safeguards here to try to ensure that this is a real situation? 100%. But do I know it is until I get there? I don't. But am I still going? 100%. Yes. Tickets are bought, plans are made, things are happening. If I wind up in Rapid City without a resort to go to, I am sure that I can find a resort to go to. Rapid City in summer, the whole Black Hills, South Dakota, Sturgis, the Hall of Monuments. I'm looking at it right now, and it's like Mount Rushmore. Yeah, Mount Rushmore. That's weird. I'm thinking Bill Blackford, my stalker. So, yeah, that's funny. Crazy Horse, the Black Hills, Badlands, just Rapid City itself. Sioux Falls right down the hill seems to be like concert city land. I'm excited, and I need this change. 14 years in Arizona. I'm so grateful to be alive, for real, and sober, and oh man, so much grace to God here, really. So yeah, that's my plans, and things are going to get a lot happier. I leave soon in April, but soon enough. And now I'm just kind of at that stage of like, well, what do I actually do? Like, I don't want to start anything, right? Because I'm not going to be here. I don't want to start anything there because I'm not there yet. Although I have joined Facebook groups and a couple of things to, just kind of feel it out and see what it's like. Rapid City Rush hockey. Yeah, down with that. 100%. And yeah, I'm excited and nervous, right? Which is normal when a big life change is coming. And a big life change that I can actually execute in the right way. Because maybe that's what I'm so nervous about. Because I don't know how to do this shit right. I was a skip and run for my whole life, right? Because I was doing everything wrong. I tried to do things right at Running Bear. And that just kind of messed up. But I wasn't really so much a skip and run as it was a run out of the park and be placed someplace else. But I survived it. That's really all that matters, right? At the end of the story, when you get to the end, it's because you survived all the stuff that led to the end, right? And I hope my end doesn't come for another, what are we talking, like, God, 70 plus 1,000 years? Something like that. So, I got a long time to figure this out, and I feel like I'm in the prime of my life right now, for real. All my past mistakes I've made peace with, and I don't have any, like, baggage that's holding me back. I do, like, this place in the no trust, okay, that's baggage. I'm not going to say that's not baggage, but it's not like my family baggage, and it's just not like what I have forgiven, okay? So since I've forgiven, all the stuff that comes after that, yeah, it's still not good, but does it carry the weight of that it would if I hadn't forgiven all the stuff in my past? No, absolutely not, because I'm not adding baggage onto baggage, right? So this trust thing, I mean, like, I'm going someplace sight unseen, so obviously I have some level of trust, right? I also have money, right? Because I've been hoarding that, knowing that I couldn't stay here past April, that there was no way I was going to renew this lease, that there was absolutely no way that I was going to believe that it wasn't going to happen again, even though it's stopped for now, because, like, they know the lease renewal is coming up, right? So I don't know, guys. I don't know, but I mean, I do know that I'm excited and I'm happy and I'm scared and I got butterflies in my stomach all the time, just trying to, change is exciting and change is good. And 14 years in a place where you've been underappreciated and hurt and lied to and betrayed and lost the love of your life. And I mean, all that. Yeah, it's time to start new, and I'm ready for it. I'm not going to give the place where I'm going to here, but if you guys are on my socials, Dawn Shireen Bernard, on all of them, the delusion is vast on a lot of them too. Like, so if you can't find Dawn Shireen Bernard, just look up the delusion is vast, and you'll find an account there, and there's links and all kinds of stuff to the place I'll be working at, living at, and experiencing life at over the summer in South Dakota and Rapid Cities. So, yeah, I told you guys I was going to change it, and I told you I was going to not let them kill me, and I told you I would survive this, and I have. And, I hope that gives all y'all some confidence that you can survive whatever it is that you're up against and whatever is in front of you. And if you do have people you trust and friends, which I do, and I'm grateful for that, lean on them, because, there's going to be a time when they're going to need to lean on you. So, and that's what friends are. That's what friends are for. And I'm going to cry because I know my friend is listening, and I love you. I can't wait to see you. Yeah. So it's real. It's really happening, and it is emotional, but it's such a good emotional. I'm not going to cry to leave anybody in Flagstaff, but I'm excited to see my friend again when I get to South Dakota and see me again and figure out who I am again, and not under all this fear and oppression and fear and surveillance and all this crazy shit. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be surveillance at the resort I'm working at. I'm not ridiculously stupid, I know that, but it's not going to be like keyed in on just me, right? I am not going to be the main show. It's going to be the property and that kind of stuff, and that's different. That's totally different than what is happening here. Anyway, that just shows how close my emotions are. I have people I totally love that are totally okay with this move and have helped me in ways that they probably don't even quite know to progress forward, because, there were times I was just like, this is it. This is my life. I'm going to be here forever. I'm just going to sign another 2-year lease, and they're going to burn the place down, and that's it. And it's over. And I fought through that. Because no, that's not how I'm going out. And from the minute I landed in Arizona, I've told people, no, I'm not going to die in Arizona. So, yeah, no, not going to die in Arizona. I'm not going to die in South Dakota either. But I'm not going to die anytime soon. I mean, I've got my life back on track now. Yeah, I'm here for the next 28-ish days or so. And could things happen? Yeah, absolutely. Is it likely? No, it's really not. I mean, all the fighting is over. I've done my due diligence. The DOJ and the civil rights case and all that stuff are happening. Things are happening behind the scenes. I mean, I think that's why stuff finally stopped. Like, had they just stopped it before I had to go that far, things would be different. Like, Catholic Charities gave me another 2.5 years. I mean, this guy would have had another 2.5 years of rent without having to worry about a damn thing. But I can't do that. I can't. I can't stay here for another 2.5 years being stalked and surveilled and living under oppression like this. That will kill me. So yeah, so things are moving forward. I am progressing. I am happy. I am grateful. And I just want to give you guys confidence that, yeah, it gets hard sometimes. And if you got to take a bow down and duck like a bird does in their nest and just cover your head with your wings and just kind of sit it out in a wet nest for a minute, so be it. But you have to rise the minute that sun shines and let your hay dry underneath your butt, okay? And that's what I got to say. I love y'all. I really do. Thank y'all for sticking with me and just knowing what I didn't know at the time. But yeah, we're doing it. Anyway, this is Dawn Shireen, and this is my podcast, The Delusion is Vast. And hey, let's all stay alive, okay? Later.